Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MU Stand. This is your preview for Manchester United versus Leicester City. It was an outstanding game against Barcelona yesterday. We came out with a draw, which is not a bad result at all, especially playing in Europe. I mean, in any Champions League or Europa League, you go away with a draw from away from home. It's always a positive result. But look, I'm really looking forward to watching the game between Leicester City and Man United. In this show, of course, we are going to cover the team news, predicting starting 11, the current form, head-to-head, and score prediction at the end as well. So be sure to stick around and get involved and let us know what you think about the lineup. This is the lineup I'm going with in that game. Let us know what you think about the lineup and who should start and who should not start in this match. Leave your comments in the chat. But before we get started, people, you already know what to do. If you are enjoying these previews, smash a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel. If you are new around here, let's just quickly take a look at the chat here. Join us. Thanks for joining. Everybody, thanks for joining. We're going to get to the team news. Here's the team news. Okay, so team news, Manchester United, of course, will be without Casemiro, who is suspended. He is suspended for this match, so he's not going to be available for this match. So we're going to have to do it without Casemiro. Lisandro Martinez and Marcel Sabitzer are available after their ban. So they were not available for the Barcelona game, but they're going to be available for this match. Scott McTominay is near a return, but this weekend might prove to be too soon for him. I expect him maybe to be on the bench against Barcelona in the second leg, but I don't think he's going to be available in this match. Eriksen, Donny van de Beek are long-term absentees. Anthony is probably not going to be available as well. Erik ten Hag spoke to the media. He said we'll see, but I don't think he's going to be fit enough for this match, as well as Anthony Martial. Looking at Leicester City team news, Yuri Tielemans, of course, could be involved after recovering from calf injury, and fellow midfielder Bakayo Sumore is also available for the first time since sustaining a hamstring injury at the beginning of last month. James Maddison, the danger man. This is the guy that we need to be worried about as a United fan. James Maddison is fine, according to the manager, Brendan Rodgers, despite having to restrict his training because of the ongoing knee issues. So I think he's going to be available for this match. Okay, now we're just going to move straight into the starting lineup and the predicted 11 that I think will face Leicester City. Like I said, guys, if you don't agree with the lineup, just let me know in the chat and I'll take my time to answer all your questions. Okay, so David De Gea and goal. David De Gea and goal for sure. There's no question about that. I think David De Gea will always start in my book, and Tom Heaton and Butland are not going to be a competition for him. So David De Gea will start in goal. So the change here, Varane. So Varane is the question. Varane is the question. So Rafael Varane, should we play him in this match? I think we should rest him. He's a injury-prone player, and I think it's gonna be between these two. I think it's gonna be between Harry Maguire and Lindelof to come in and replace Varane in that lineup. What do you guys think? Do let me know in the comment sections. Would you go with Harry Maguire or Lindelof? I am definitely going with Lindelof. This is the guy I'm gonna play for sure. I don't want Harry Maguire to be in the starting 11. Never. I really don't want to see. I don't want to see him like starting matches for Manchester United, because every time he plays, I just don't feel safe. I know he did well in the last match and we didn't concede in that match, but I've seen a lot of mistakes in that game. A lot of mistakes in that game. Probably people not really talking about it because we actually won the game and we didn't concede in that match. But I think Lindelof should play as a center back. And I would have to push Shaw to the left-hand side. And guess who's coming in here? Of course. Of course. You already know who's coming in here. Lisandro Martinez. Yes, Lisandro Martinez is going to be back in that back four. I think Lisandro Martinez was suspended for the Barcelona match. He's well rested, so he should come in and play his best position, which is a left CDM. I mean, a left center back position. So that is going to be his position. Wan-Bissaka, should we stick with Wan-Bissaka? I think he hasn't done anything wrong in the match. Just to make it clear, he hasn't done anything wrong in the match, but I would like to give him a rest and put Dalot in. So Dalot, Lindelof, Martinez, and Shaw should be the back four. This is the back five. If you want to call it back five, this should be the back five I think should be playing against Leicester City. Before we move on to the midfield position, I just want to answer a few questions here. I think it's the best possible starting 11. Yeah, it is. It is a good starting 11. I think so too as well. I think so too as well. Okay, let's just quickly get back to the lineup here. So in the middle of the park, I mentioned earlier, if you're just tuning in, I mentioned earlier that Casemiro is suspended. He is still suspended. So we're going to have to replace Casemiro. This is, by the way, the lineup you're looking at is the lineup that has started against Barcelona. So we're making a few changes here. We're making a few changes for the Leicester City game. Casemiro obviously needs to be replaced by Sabitzer. I think Sabitzer needs to come in. We don't have any other player at this moment in time to replace Casemiro. Sabitzer is going to be the only person that can actually come in and do the job there. McTominay is injured, Eriksen injured, Donny van de Beek is injured, so Sabitzer definitely will play. And I think Sabitzer is a good replacement. He's a good player. I can't wait to see Sabitzer and Casemiro play together. We've yet to play those two together, really, and it might be interesting. It might definitely be interesting. We could see that in the coming weeks because this is going to be the last match that Casemiro is suspended. So I think Sabitzer and Fred will start in the middle of the park. And looking at the front four. Okay, so the front four, yes, we did see the formation as Weghorst as a striker. But really, if you actually pay attention and watch the game, Weghorst actually played as a number 10. It's just weird. Now, this is the second time Erik ten Hag has done this now. Rashford was through the middle and Weghorst was playing just behind Rashford, and he was operating in this space. He was doing a lot of dodgy work defensively, but mostly he was here. He was playing as a number 10. To be honest with you, I really don't want to see that. I really don't want to see Weghorst as a number 10. That is just not a position for a number 10. Did it work in a couple of games? Yes, it did. It did work in a couple of games, but I don't want us to play Weghorst as a number 10 moving forward. Of course, Ten Hag came out and defended that. He said Weghorst is an option in the middle of the park. He said it's not only about Weghorst, but we did well in that position, and I know he could be, but it gives us a lot of variation. But it also, you know, I want Jadon and Bruno coming in the half space. So he wants Bruno and Sancho to come into the half space. That's the reason why he's putting Weghorst. Try to get them the ball and make runs from both from deep. The fullback joining in made a lot of variation, and we had created a lot of chances and a lot of opportunities in that match because of that. Basically, that's what he's saying. But I don't want to see Weghorst in that position against Leicester City. Really, we don't want another player and an attacking player doing a dirty work, doing the defensive side of the work. I don't want to see that. I would love to see Bruno get back into his position, which is a number 10. So Bruno is going to be in that position. Sancho should be on the right. That's the position he played for Dortmund, and we should just continue to use him in that position. Should continue to use him in that position. Let's look at the comments before we move to the next position. So Mohammed says, "Good evening, everyone. Rashford, Barcelona yesterday, he scored. Yeah, he did score. He had an outstanding game. Rashford, we're going to talk about that later on. But going back to the lineup, so Sancho, Bruno, and on the left, I am definitely selecting Garnacho. This kid is a star. I mean, we should not put a lot of pressure on this kid. He hasn't started the game against Barcelona, maybe rightly so, because we wanted to be conservative and we wanted to get a result, and a draw was actually a decent result away from home. So because of that, Garnacho didn't play. But I expect Garnacho to come in and take this position. So this is going to be the front four in my eyes. Rashford through the middle as a striker. He has been hot. He has been banking goals. He's consistently scoring. So Rashford will stay as a 9, but Bruno as a number 10. I want to see that. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but Bruno has been disappearing lately in terms of like getting on the score sheet and getting on the assist, because he's kind of playing out of position. He's playing in this position here as a right wing. Can he do a job there in a specific match? Yes, he can. He could definitely do that. But is that his best position? No, it's not. His best position is as a number 10. So we need to play him in that position against Leicester City. Mohammed says next Thursday, Man United will beat Barcelona. We're going to talk about that game, but today the focus is obviously clearly Leicester City. So we need to focus on Leicester City. Even the manager came out and said that we need to focus on Leicester City because Barcelona is on Thursday. Before that, there's another game. So that's what you got to focus on. Barcelona, obviously, we'll take a look at that after beating Leicester City. So Weghorst, like I said, Weghorst should be benched for this game. He did okay in these matches, in these big matches against Barcelona. He did a job. He started against Arsenal as well, played against Leeds. But it's time to rest this guy. I mean, I don't think he offers us more than what he should. I mean, he's not creating chances. I mean, yes, he did create one chance for Garnacho. He got an assist, but all in all, I think Weghorst should not be the primary striker for this team or the primary starter for this team. So this is the lineup I think that should play against Leicester City. Do let me know in the comment sections if you actually agree or disagree with this, but back four is going to be Dalot, Lindelof, Martinez, and Shaw, Sabitzer, Fred, Bruno, Garnacho, Rashford, and Sancho on the right. So really, if we want to talk about the changes we have made from the previous game, let me just quickly select this. So this is the change, really. 1 change, and 2 change, 3 change, and 4 change. So we made 4 changes to the lineup compared to the one that started against Barcelona. So do you agree with this lineup or not? Let me know in the comment section. But I think this team is good enough to go and get a result against Leicester City. Okay, so before I give you my predictions, let's take a look at the head-to-head and the teams in form, and also let's take a look at the league table as well. Are we actually in the shot to win the league? Do we have a chance to actually win the league? Let's take a look at it. Okay, so okay, so here's the team form. You're looking at it. We drawn against Barcelona. We had another draw against Leeds at home. But all in all, I think we've been decent. We've won 3 games, drawn 2 out of 5 games. Leicester City, of course, they are coming into this match after smashing Tottenham Hotspur 4-1. So they're not an easy team. They are not an easy team. They did the same thing to Aston Villa as well. So they have 3 wins, 1 loss, and 1 draw, which is not a bad form in the Premier League. Every single match is difficult. Every single match is difficult. So they're decent. They're decent. Head-to-head. So head-to-head, we've had 10 wins against Leicester City, drawn 5 and lost 4 against them. The past 5 games, we've won only 1 match. That is just crazy. So FA Cup, we actually lost. And then we lost at home last season. And we lost away from home 4-2. Drawn at home and then won once. So we only won once out of 5 games in the past. So this is not going to be easy, guys. It is not going to be easy. Definitely a tough game. Brendan Rodgers will set up his team properly, and they're going to make it difficult for us. They're going to make it difficult for us to break them down and score goals. Top scores for each team, of course, the man of form, Marcus Rashford, 12 goals in the Premier League, 3 assists. Maddison is the top guy for Leicester City. He has scored 9 goals and 5 assists out of 16 games. Probably a better stat than Marcus Rashford in terms of matches played versus goals. Okay, so before I give you guys my prediction, let's take a look at the table really quickly here. So you're looking at the table. Are we in the title conversation? I think we are. Taking a look at Arsenal, just lose at home. They could lose again. At the Etihad at Man City. And I'm not quite sure they could go to Aston Villa and get a result. So we are in the conversation. I'm worried about Man City, but we are in the conversation. Man United played 23 games, 46 points. Not a bad return. Arsenal played 22 games, 51 points. So the gap is 5 points. And they have a game in hand. So 5-point gap, game in hand. With Man City, there's only 5-point gap. They don't have a game in hand. So we are good there. And let's not forget, we have completed our matches against Arsenal and Man City, home and away. So it's not like we're going to play them again, but they need to play against each other again, probably next month. So definitely we know they're going to drop points. But look, I think for this match, prediction-wise, what do I think is going to happen? Before I tell you guys my prediction, let me know in the comment sections what you guys think is going to happen in this match. Let me see your predictions. Smith, thanks for joining. He says, Manchester United, difficult win, title, but fighting to win EPL. For sure. I mean, I just heard a comment from Paul Scholes earlier. He said that we are in the conversation for quadruple. Okay, I know it's nonsense. It's nonsense talking about quadruple, winning 4 trophies, but the realistically, we are in 4 competitions. We are in the final in the Carabao Cup, which I think we are the favorites. Newcastle might not be easy, but we are the favorites, and we should go there and win the match. We're still in the FA Cup. We're still in the league, placed in third place. I just showed you the table, and we are still in the Europa League, probably again favorites to advance after getting that result against Barcelona yesterday. So I think the team is doing really well. The team is really doing really well. We're progressing really fast, and we've seen a significant difference from last season. I mean, Ragnick once talked about this team needs surgery. He said this team needs 11 players. Look at us now. I mean, it doesn't look like that. It does not look like that. Erik ten Hag has come in and just with a couple of players, he just completely turned us around. And what a massive shout out to Erik ten Hag. Smith says, Carabao Cup win, huge achievement for the club. I mean, is it a huge achievement winning the Carabao Cup? Probably not. Jose Mourinho has done that when he came in 2017. He also won the Europa League. So necessarily, I wouldn't think that winning Carabao Cup and Europa League is a huge achievement. It's not. We are Man United. Let's not forget that. This team has been competing in the Champions League and winning the Premier League titles. It's all about that. United is all about that. It's not about Carabao Cup. But we have to move step by step. At this moment in time, we have to move step by step. Carabao Cup is in our hands. Let's go and win it. Let's go and win it. That's all I can say. Thug Life says, finally, Arsenal is Arsenal. We know. I like that. I like that. Arsenal always collapse. We've seen it in the past. They always collapse. Every single time they lose one game, they drop points in one game, they just lose consecutively. That's the Arsenal way. That's the Gunners way. And the fans are too excited. I mean, they were excited that they were leading the Premier League. I mean, it's not like you won the league. I mean, it's just that you were leading by 6 or 7, 8 points. And they thought they were going to win it. It's not going to be that easy, Arsenal fans. Just calm down. Stay calmed. But yeah, guys, let me give you my prediction before I finish. Thug Life, Smith, Mohammed, get your predictions in. Ilkay, thanks for joining as well. Get your predictions in. Ilkay was actually asking about, do you think David De Gea was good versus Barcelona? Yes, I mean, he was fine. The first goal, they try to blame him. Can he come out and claim that ball? I don't think so. I mean, he did okay in that match. He had a couple of saves as well. Let's not forget, he had a couple of saves as well in that match. But yeah, people, we got over 20 people watching. Smash a like on the stream, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, if you guys are new. But let's go into my prediction. I want to see your predictions as well. Leave it in the chat as well. I want to see your predictions, score predictions, people. If you're just tuning in, give me your score predictions. Robbie, thanks for joining. He says, United cannot afford to drop any more points. I completely agree. If we consider ourselves in the title race, if we consider ourselves that we are in the conversation with Man City and Arsenal, we cannot afford to drop any more points. We can't. We can't. So let's just recap here before we finish. This is the lineup I think should play against Leicester City. This is a predicted lineup. David De Gea on goal, Dalot on the right, Luke Shaw on the left. The center backs are Lisandro Martinez and Victor Lindelof. The two midfielders are Fred and Sabitzer. The front four is Garnacho on the left, Sancho on the right, Bruno as a 10, and Marcus Rashford, the hot guy. The one hot in form is Marcus Rashford up top. That means benching Weghorst. Yeah. Weghorst needs to be benched. I don't know what you guys think. Smash a like on the stream if you actually think Weghorst should be benched. Because I do. I think Weghorst has done okay. Like I said, he's done okay for a specific game, for a specific tactical points. But we're not going to start games with Weghorst as a number 10. Please. Please. Arsenal have Odegaard. Man City have De Bruyne and all that players. And you want to play Weghorst as a number 10? Like, that is just ridiculous, right? It's just ridiculous. Tactically, it worked for certain games, but we don't want that to continue. We really don't want that to continue. And he needs to be on the bench. We need to be on the front foot. We're playing at home. We need to see 4 attacking players. That's why we want to see attacking football. Just go and smash Leicester City. That's what we want to see. Put Leicester City under pressure. Put them under pressure from minute 1. Score that early goal, and we should be fine in that match. We should be fine in that match. But yeah, people. So my prediction. Vicente says, let him continue. Let who continue? Vicente, are you saying that Weghorst should continue to be selected for this game? Is that what you think? I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, Robbie is spot on there. Weghorst should come off the bench. So he should come off the bench and make changes to the team. Or if we need him, similar to what he did for the Netherlands, he can come in and make a difference. But we don't want to start games with Weghorst. And it's about time to give him a rest as well. It's definitely about time to give him a rest in this match. Okay, so my prediction. My prediction is Manchester United 2, Leicester City 1. That's what I think is going to happen in this match. I would not rule out Manchester United out of the title race, like I said, but I still think the title is going to be Man City's. United keep finding ways to win games, even when we're not in our best. We keep finding ways to win games, which is a good habit to have, just to be honest with you. We have to see how our team copes with the volume of matches we faced while we're still in the Europa League. Thursday's game against Barcelona is obviously a big distraction for the team. Leicester City definitely are going to be a difficult opponent. They got a great result over Tottenham last time out, and it's clear what an enormous difference it makes for them to actually have James Maddison fit again. So he's going to cause us a lot of different problems for Man United. But at the moment, Man United have the confidence and belief to carry us through tight games, and which I think it will happen here. So I think Man United will win this game 2-1. The final whistle says, hello, bro. Thanks for joining. We were just wrapping up here. Before we finish, let me know if you guys have any questions before we end the preview. But this is the preview and this is the lineup. If you're just joining in, this is the lineup I think should play against Leicester City on Sunday. Probably Erik ten Hag will still use Weghorst. He would probably still use Weghorst and put Garnacho on the bench, but I don't want to see that. The final whistle says I'm a Leicester City fan. Yeah, we did talk about Leicester City. If you haven't watched it, just go back and watch team news and everything. But that is it, people. Thank you all for joining in. Thank you all for watching. And I'm going to be doing the watch along for this game on Sunday. So be sure to join us for that. Let us know in the comment sections what you guys think about the lineup. And also, what is your score prediction for this game? Thanks again, people, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.